your favorite Canadian that everybody should know, Delahazed.
This is the least confusing erection I've ever had.
Yo and hello, good evening everyone, and welcome to Minions of the Zoo. This is Night Stream 1456. I'm your keeper, Delahazed, and yeah, I've got some people with me. That's all that matters. Hey, speaking of which, say hi, say hi, Johnny.
Hey, you're not alone. Hi.
Now I'm concerned that I was alone before. Thanks for putting that in my head. Terry, how are you, bud?
I'm doing well. How about you?
Well, you know, that's not important. Let's move on to what is. Hi, chat. How are you this evening? I hope you're well. I'm just kidding. I'm doing fantastic. I'm better than I deserve, as always, which is more than I can ever ask for. So, hope you guys are ready for a fun-filled night, because I am here to disappoint you. That is right. I have absolutely nothing prepared. I have been distracted all frickin' week, and for absolutely no reason whatsoever. So if you were expecting some sort of massively entertaining show, I am happy to be the one to disappoint you. But we are going to try and keep you occupied for at least an hour, and hopefully we won't screw it up too badly. By we, I mean
Well,
me.
I was going to say, if you were expecting a stream full of high-quality entertainment, this must be the first time you've watched on a Sunday.
Right. I mean, especially since Poppy's gone. Or taken her.
Yeah,
Well,
it's kind
not
of what I
gone.
meant.
She's not gone. Let's not get that wrong. But she has taken a bit of
Taken
a
a
step
break.
back.
Leave of absence.
Yeah. She'll show up when she can, but in the meantime, it just builds the suspense. The more you miss her, the better. So let's start with the black one. Terry, have you done anything interesting or exciting or fun this week?
Yeah, I suppose the lead up to my birthday, I got my birthday card in the mail, and I got instant scratchies, and I won a $2 scratchy on my $2 scratchy. So all I've got to do is go to Melbourne, and I can claim it.
Oh, that's got to be just a hop, skip, and a jump away, man. Like, you should be able to get there no problem, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's only, what, an hour and a half by plane? Piece of cake.
Oh, that's right. Planes are expensive, aren't they?
A little bit. A little bit more than $2 to get down to Melbourne.
Speak of the devil, and there she is.
Yeah.
Where? My mother better not be here. I am not ready to commit murder. Not in public. Yeah, plans are for losers. I'm not kidding, by the way. If you guys hate me on that, go ahead. Now that we've got... now we've heard from Terry. Johnny, anything fun, exciting, or interesting from you this week?
As far as fun, not really, but exciting. I have a endoscopy coming up in a couple of weeks.
Ooh, sounds...
And for
Sounds
those of us who don't have dictionary.com pulled up,
I am getting a scope of my gut.
oh, that's yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like fun at all.
Over the
Just
tongue and
to
past the
find out what
tonsils.
is that to find out what the not COVID condition you have is?
Yeah, my mystery, not COVID diagnosis.
Hopefully they figure it out.
I mean, that raises a fair point for a kitten, because my first thought was entering through the throat, but do you know if it's going to be through anally or orally? The camera's going in.
It is going down my throat.
I mean,
Make sure it hasn't previously been used the other way before they do that.
I mean, neither way sounds all that appealing, but I'm sure one of them is slightly more comfortable than the other one.
The sad part is I think it's the same camera. It just gets used in different ways.
I hope they're very thorough with the sterilization for your sake.
Just bring some
Me
mouthwash.
too.
Hell, I wouldn't even want to be conscious. I would just be like, you know what? Wake me up next month.
Fortunately, I think they are knocking me out for it. So
Oh yeah.
I don't see being. I don't see how I would be able to be conscious for something like that.
Ooh, and both for Willow. That's gonna suck. I feel bad. Hopefully it's quick and with Johnny, she gets knocked out for it because I would hate to remember any of that, no matter
It
how
sounds
fuzzy.
it sounds like if you're awake for it, you'd be throwing up all over the place if they're sticking something down your throat.
Oh, I know I would. I'd be choking because, yeah, I can't handle that.
So yeah, I think they'd have to knock you out. Otherwise, your gag reflex would just ruin their plans.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Had both same day. Glad I was unconscious. I'm glad you were unconscious too, Devil Fruit. That is not something I would want to have to forget.
No.
Now, I remember when they did my my ACL reconstruction, they gave me an option of either full sedation or just getting the epidural.
Ooh.
Did you
And
start singing the Ramones?
well, and I asked them what's the difference between getting the epidural and getting fully sedated, and they go, well, fully sedated, of course, you're unconscious.
Right.
You're out. So we're free to work on you however. And then that's it. With the epidural, you'll be numb from the waist down, fully conscious, and you can see the progress that we're doing on your knee. And I go, and out I go.
You know what? I could use some extra beauty sleep. Not that I'm a bad looking dude, but I'm not going to refuse it.
I am not going to watch like as
No.
you are going through my knee.
I think there's a lesson to be learned here, and that is don't go to the doctor. If you hadn't gone to the doctor, they wouldn't be doing this to you.
Right.
Well, I wouldn't be able to walk either. So
Walking's for losers, man.
No, they've got those chairs that have like wheels on the bottom. I don't know what they're called.
Exactly.
Just roll around everywhere.
Hell, they've got motorized chairs with wheels on them. You're good to go. You could race little kids down the street and still kick their ass.
Yeah, I think we solved the problem. You should have come to us first.
You don't
Well,
even need opposable thumbs. The joystick's that easy, bud.
it was a good it was a good 18 years ago. So
Mhm.
Ooh, yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm glad they knocked out Willow for her last one on, so that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Adamantine just says, just open up and accept it. Well played, sir.
well, it's like Camel said, lay back and think of England.
Yeah, and he also says fully sedated means they're free to do the pants off dance off. You should get a discount in that case. Yeah, I know that because I had to hear about it for a good 3 years straight as I was a kid. It never got brought up, but I always had to hear about it. And you know what? I don't need to hear about that, especially as like a 4-year-old child.
That is a bit much. I think they probably could have kept that from you.
Yeah, nah.
Oh, the ability to determine what should be and what should not be kept from someone is completely lost on this person. So
Fair enough. That's, yeah, I bought some games on Steam. And they're like interactive movies, and they're like so bad that they're actually good. This is like what you want from an FMV game.
oh yeah.
And my favorite one was basically internet influencers are dropped on an island with convicts and criminals and killers, and the idea is they have to play real life Fortnite. So like, there's mines all over the island, and every so often they like play a siren, and then the next layer of mines gets activated.
Oh
So you have to
my.
like keep moving towards the center. And yeah, that was actually fun because it was so stupid. Like the whole thing was utterly ridiculous, and it was the most fun of the three that I've played.
Very nice.
What was that called?
That one was called Bloodshaw. Bloodshaw, that's the name of it. And there was another one called Nightbook, which was kind of goofy, but not nearly as much fun. Where you're a female translator, and like she translates some book that's written in this mysterious, spooky language, and she summons like an evil spirit, and yeah, the rest of the story is just her freaking out about the spirit trying to kill her and her father.
Is this a female Ash? Reads
Well,
from a book in
no.
a spooky language, summons a demon that's trying to kill her.
Well, no, because she is like not. She's not like courageously fighting. She's like freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
So she's not
female.
as cool as that.
I'm just kidding, ladies.
But the third one that I got was way too serious.
Oh, that's
like,
not
it starts.
fun.
No, it starts with your best friend committing suicide, and then you find out that she was haunted by a ghost, and then you talk to the priest because you start seeing the ghost, and he's like, "Oh yeah, well when you're grieving, you tend to see those things, and that's just how your brain processes the emotions." And it's like, well, this isn't fun. This is just some woman dealing with the loss of her best friend. This is just depressing.
Right?
Well, that's like that game Gone Home.
I've heard of that. I haven't played it.
It popped up on my free game, so I'm like, oh, okay, I'll watch it. It said it was, oh hell with it. It had sort of like an environmental darkness to it or something like that. It was
Okay.
It was one that it seemed like Resident Evil when I watched the trailer.
The only thing I know about it is that the chick's a lesbian, and like that's supposed to be sort of like a.
It is an hour and a half of finding out your sister's a lesbian, and that's why she ran away.
Right. I knew it was something like that.
There is no horror aspect to it at all. There's no like, it's got the it's got the elements that make it like a horror game with absolutely no payout whatsoever.
Oh god.
I don't know, man. I can't think of anything more horrifying than spending an hour and a half exerting effort only to find out that my sister's a lesbian.
He's got a point. He's got a point.
Although I called it the first 10 minutes, and I'm like, my god, if this is what all this is going to be, I am so glad I got this for free, because I would be asking for an immediate refund.
Let me check whether or not I own it. 'Cause-
Hell, free or not, I would demand a refund.
Well, this is Llamageddon all over again. Demand a refund, whether you paid in for it or not.
This game is so bad, I demand you pay me to let you take it back off my hands.
And apparently, I do own Gone Home for some reason.
You know what? I think I own Gone Home. Let me check. What platform?
I got it on Steam.
Okay.
You might have picked it up on Epic if it was a free game. Maybe that's where Johnny got it.
Well, I'll check. I'll check Steam first, and then I'll check Epic. Got both of them up on my desktop, so
Okay.
let's see.
Here's the thing. You arrive home after a year abroad. You expect your family to greet you, but the house is empty. Something's not right. Where is everyone? And what's happened here? Unravel the mystery for yourself and Gone Home, a story exploration game from the Fulbright Company. Now,
That's it.
based on
That's
that
not-
description alone, you're thinking, oh, like murder-suicide for the family. Sweet. I am in.
Yeah, that synopsis sounds a lot more interesting than the game actually is.
And then I'm playing through and I'm like, oh, it's it's the fact that your daughter's gay and the parents didn't like it, and so now no one's home for some reason. Like,
Yeah, it's one of those woke games where everyone who likes it doesn't like it because it's good. They just like it because it's pro-gay.
and it's just a coming out story. That's all.
Yeah,
That's all
and
it
that's
is.
why they like it. That's they want more of that stuff.
And this is why we can't have nice things.
Hmm. I finished Hitman 3. I didn't get all of the challenges in the last level, but the last level was kind of shit, so I'm not too concerned about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I finished the story, and yeah, I enjoyed it. I must have spent 200-300 hours playing that thing. So on to the next one.
Refund now. This game gave me COVID, says Devilfruit. Well played, sir. And now he's wondering if someone did that.
But if you did that, they'd just say, "Well, you should have been vaccinated," and decline the refund.
A good coming out story can be good. I mean,
If you say so, Fury.
I would hope, but otherwise, why is it called a good coming out story? But no, fair enough. Like, yes, a coming out story could be good, but that's very rare, and even if it is, it's usually not represented that way.
Especially
Well,
if you're
I
hiding
mean-
it behind like a Resident Evil type game, because there's a secret passage in this house that you find, and everything that you're like going through kind of has that there's going to be something that's going to jump out at you, but it never fucking does.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would say a coming out story could be good if it was written in like the 80s or 90s when it was still kind of taboo to be gay. A coming out story written in 2021 is like, and you're gay,
Right.
so what?
Like, I'm sorry, is this supposed to be... Oh, I'm
You might
sorry.
as well
Did you just figure out that you were gay? Wow, way to get on the same page as us, guys. Way to get on the same page as us.
Yeah, I mean, in 2021, you might as well be coming out with blue eyes. It's like, who cares? And it's no one gives a shit if you're gay anymore.
Guys, I think now, speaking of, coming out, I think now would be the perfect time to let you guys know that I'm straight.
Oh well, that's unforgivable. That is a crime against humanity.
But
and
you're
you
my
need to
friends.
stop-
I thought you'd understand.
Someone told Trudeau
Yeah,
Call him what?
a prick.
black.
A black prick? Oh, gosh. It can be good, but overused bollocks much. Yes, that's fair.
But yeah, no, I think the setting would like if it was set in a time when such things were considered unsavory, then it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's set in the modern day and you're like, guys, I've got an announcement, I'm gay. It's like, cool. What's for lunch? Like, no one is going to be like blown away by this revelation. It's like, it's not interesting in 2021 to make that announcement.
Yeah, and yeah, check. That's the 90s. Stop living in the past, man. We're talking about the now, man. You're not gonna get anywhere looking back.
He's just backing me up.
No,
It's like
he's right. I'm just bugging him.
No, like Ellen was cancelled for being a lesbian in the 90s. Yeah, which is why I said in the 80s or 90s it would make sense to have that as the story.
Finally, some appreciation for my efforts. Thank you, furry kitten. Oh my god, Della, I thank you for your strength and heroism, and I am drawing upon this when I say I'm so glad I feel represented. I am ungay too. It's so
I'm gonna say-
sad that that's actually funny because of all the shit that people are fucking going on
I'm
about.
going to say Jane Elliott does not actually care if you have blue eyes, check. She only did that to teach a lesson about racism, um, racism or sexism or one of those things. The point was to teach people what it feels like to be ostracized for something you can't help. She's not actually vengeful against blue or brown eyed people. She's just making a stupid point.
And exactly, Camel. As long as you're not trying to fuck me, I don't care what your sexuality is. Exactly. Like, it's not my pig, not my farm. And as long as you're not fucking trying to grope me every 2 seconds or force yourself on me, I don't give a shit who you play hide the pickle with. I don't care whose pickle you're hiding.
I will add an addendum to that. Since in 2021, pedophilia is deemed a sexuality, if that is your sexuality, you don't get to live.
That is not a sexuality. I don't care what anyone fucking says. That is a crime, not a sexuality.
Yes.
Crimes
I
are
agree.
not sexualities. If you want to fucking argue that a crime is a sexuality, I swear to Christ, I will fucking come sexualize your fucking throat with my fucking knife. That is disgusting on so many levels. And when I say I will do that with to your throat with a knife, what I mean to say is I will come make balloon animals, YouTube. That is exactly what I mean, YouTube. I am not threatening anyone. No. I would never.
Well, it's like Sitch says, this is a comedy show.
Yeah.
It's just not as funny. No one gave a flying fuck in the 80s and early 90s. Give me a Mark Almond, Boy George, any... Yeah, no one. No one cares. Exactly.
Yeah. In my experience, I was going to say, in my experience, there's been 3 responses that I've had for people who have come out as gay. And that's, there's, oh, wow, that explains a lot. It's not, you weren't expecting it, but you're like, okay, whatever, I don't care. There's, okay, like, I don't care. And then there's no shit.
Exactly.
That one was my cousin. He came out as gay. He's like, yeah, we know.
I love that, the obvious ones. Yeah, we knew. Did you not?
Like, you got a Barbie doll like for your birthday because you cried like a baby until you got it. We knew there was something going on.
Like I said, glad you're on the same page as us now, buddy. It's fun to read the same book together, isn't it?
It's, yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. There have been a few rare moments where you could swear that someone is gay, but they're not. Like, it's rare, but I've actually seen it once, and most flamboyant and high-pitched sounding man I've ever met, but straight as an arrow.
Yeah, I mean, it does happen. I mean, these are stereotypes. They're
Exactly.
just sort of, they're usually right. They're not always right.
But I don't like these variables. I need consistency, Terry.
Hey, if I had my way, I would say, if you act like this, you're gay. You just have to change.
Walks like a duck and talks like a duck.
Yeah.
It must like a butt fuck.
If it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it goes to the conversion camp. I meant re-education center.
No, check. You mean confused. undecided. It's more like it.
Yeah.
I just want to
Nice.
seem cool without giving up my real.
You're not bisexual. You're just greedy.
Exactly.
Bisexual or whore.
No. Okay. I believe that. It's just, wow. It's like up until I saw Minions, I thought those were actual lyrics. I was very confused for a second. It's like, what kind of music are you listening to? Not that I should be judging.
Yeah.
Do we need to add the disclaimer that Minions of the Zoo do not condone zoophilia?
Well, I mean, I should probably add a few disclaimers at this point. The Minions of the Zoo in no way condones, endorses, or accepts pedophilia, violence in a manner that leads to unaliving, or zoophilia. If you or a loved one has a problem with this, please feel free to fuck right off. Thank you, and have a nice day.
And he says it's to the tune of "Row, row, row your boat." It's like, okay, now we can follow the meter of the tune.
You know what? I didn't even realize it, but that's actually how I read it. It was fuck, fuck, fuck a duck, screw a kangaroo. I didn't even, like, that's how I read it in my mind. I did not even fucking remember that. Holy shit, of course he remembers a whole fucking quote from me. 2 years ago, holy shit, Check. Does your memory know no bounds?
It's I can believe it. I
can't even remember what I said 2 minutes ago.
No, me neither. I've forgotten what I'm saying mid-sentence. Much less.
I love when that happens.
Much less what I said two fucking years ago.
Oh, we were playing Mad vs. City? That's fair. That makes sense, actually. that would come up.
Yeah, Jackbox is good. I like most of the games on Jackbox, but
Oh yeah.
some of them need to not exist anymore.
I don't know, because I've seen some games that I would agree to that, but then I've seen some streamers and YouTubers make videos and stuff playing those games, and I'm like, you know what? They did well with what they got. They did phenomenal. That was funny as hell.
Well, I'm talking games like, is it Earwax is the name of it, where you're just picking basically random sounds.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have the creativity to make something funny with what you've got. You've just got a bunch of sort of generic sounds. I didn't like Earwax at all.
You don't even get to really like customize it. You have to guess based off of what the title says.
Yeah, you don't even get to hear the sounds before you choose. So the whole thing was just terrible. And Earwax, the first one, Fury Kitten, the stuff that builds up in your ears.
No, not Ewoks. This ain't no Japanese. This ain't no internet Chinese restaurant. We ain't got no woks here. Just kidding. I know what she meant by Ewoks.
Apparently, my end line was "Leave me alone and go fuck some poodles." Okay, I mean, it sounds like something I would have put at the end of a rap. I'm not going to deny Check's memory there. I don't remember ever saying it, but I can believe it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm done living in the past. The past is never a good place for me to be. So let's live in the now. Speaking of which, I had an interesting moment at the store today. So I'm in line, and the guys in front of me, they're of like some sort of, well, I don't know what it is. I don't really care. All I know is they were apparently speaking a different language on their way out, and the cashier felt as though they were bossy and slightly impatient in their attitude when addressing her and talking to her, kind of thing. And I'm like, and she felt the need to tell me, like, I give a shit.
Okay.
It's like, okay, you're at work and you're gonna bitch and complain to a random customer about people who just left 2 seconds ago and could probably still hear you. All right, that's some ballsy thoughts, but okay, go ahead. And then she's like, you know, if you want to be in our country, you gotta speak our language. I'm like, okay, no, that's not fair anymore. You don't know that they're not from here. Just like we've got people who live here, and it's their right to speak their language that way. If no matter how ignorant it may be towards you, you're the employee. You got to suck it up and get over it.
$1's a dollar, man.
Yeah, it's not like they're telling you to get down and worship them or fucking bring their groceries out to the car for them so they could just keep their hands in the air. Fucking get off of it. They're being a little all about themselves, and that's fine. It's human nature. Fuck off. This was at like 11:30 in the morning, by the way, so this is way too early for anyone to fucking get that upset over their shift.
No, but the other thing is, you're a customer too. Like, why would she complain to a customer?
Exactly. And then that's not even the weird part. The weird part is she then proceeds to decide that I need to sign up for this rewards program that I had no interest or in worrying about today or anything like that. She didn't ask. She just decides that I need it and tells me that I'm going to sign up for it. And I'm like, okay. She's like, do you have a more rewards card? Excuse me. Sorry, I had a sneeze coming, but it didn't want to go. So she's like, do you have a more rewards card? And I just said, nope. No? What do you mean no? You know, the word that's the opposite of yes. Well, why don't you have one? It's like, I just don't have one. Well, you should get one. I'm like, yeah, I probably will one day. She's like, okay, well then pulls it out and signs it. I'm like, so you just bitched to me about them telling you what to do in a rude fashion, and you're just going to decide for me what I need to do? Oh, really? Okay, maybe it's just me.
Yeah, I don't like it when they make those sorts of assumptions either. Or one thing that they do that really pisses my mother off is they'll wait till you're at like checking out at the cash register and then ask if you want to donate to some stupid charity, and they're trying to put you on the spot so you feel too embarrassed to say fuck off.
Oh, that happened to me on the way out, and I made a very, very obvious effort to speed up slightly as I got there because I knew what was coming. And even as I passed by, hey, we're just trying to raise money for breast cancer. I'm sorry, I'd love to say the titties, but I can't afford it. So next time, just let me go.
Yeah, but like, mum was like even saying, even if I agree with a charity, which is rare, like usually it's some lefty cause that pisses her off, you know, gay rights or whatever. But like, even if it was something she encouraged and like supported, it's like, no, this is not the place to harass me for a donation. It's like, just let me buy my stuff and get out.
Right? Like, okay, fine. I understand around Christmas time they have the Salvation Army guys there or a Santa suit guy, something like that. You know, and they don't typically harass you or say anything to you unless you voluntarily, unpromptedly donate to them.
Yeah. So I don't have a problem with that. If you've got someone,
I love that. Everyone should take notes from them.
Yeah, like if you're just standing there with a bucket saying donations welcome, cool. If someone wants to donate, they will. But if you're accosting customers as they try and leave or putting them on the spot when they're trying to buy their stuff, then no, leave people alone. This isn't the right place to farm donations.
Exactly. Speaking of which, guys, if you feel like donating to support the show, please feel free to go to streamlabs.com/tips/insert your favorite YouTuber's name there, because, I don't have anything for you. But yeah, support your favorite YouTubers if they've got Streamlabs, man. Come on, help them out. If you can, of course.
So yes, if you like this show, donate to Mr. Jack Cochran, and if you don't like this show, donate to Mr. Ranting Monkey.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just do it in my name. It'll be a team effort. I mean, that's not important right now. Anyways, would you like to donate 3% of your bill to... Oh, sorry, what was that, Terry?
Oh, hey, Camel, just under it, they're saying, would you like to donate to this children's charity? No, fuck them kids.
No. What did I just say? Don't fuck kids. I said that like 10 minutes ago. Don't fuck kids, Camel.
You were here for the disclaimer. We know it.
That's adorable, cannibalistic. I like it. That's funny. As I was saying, would you like to donate 3% of your bill to the Society of Blind Kittens? 95% of your donation may go to administrative fees of your designated charity. I didn't know you were a priest, hey Campbell. Jesus Christ. I'm not saying it, Johnny. You don't say it either. Look, I'm just going to say not all priests. Okay, furry. That's all I'm going to say is not all.
Yeah, that's hashtag not all. It reminds me of South Park, where Mr. Garrison was upset that he didn't get molested because wasn't I good looking enough?
And I love how Father Mackey was the only priest not partaking in the stereotype.
Yeah.
What the hell? Since when is this okay for all of us to be doing? This is not what the Lord intended for us to be doing with little boys.
Forget about the Gogamex. Rabble.
I haven't watched South Park in ages. I wonder if it's still good or if it went the way of The Simpsons.
I have no clue. It's been far too long.
The last couple of seasons have been lacking.
Nah.
I don't even remember how long ago it was that I stopped watching. I think one of the last few episodes I ever watched would be Mysterion dying to Cthulhu or some Cthulhu-like monster kind of thing.
You made it a lot further than I did. I only knew Mysterion existed because I played the video game.
Fair enough.
I think I bailed around the time of Scott Tenorman selling Cartman his pubes.
Oh God, you know what? I missed the whole the whole Ginger saga, and I'm really upset because but I'm also glad at the same time because it's funnier to hear about the fact that Cartman made the kid eat his parents than it is than I think it would be to actually watch that episode.
I mean, it's probably my favorite episode, but I've not seen nearly as many as you guys. But no, I really like the episode. It's just, yeah, if you've already got expectations going in, it may not live up to them.
Unless accompanied by a very attractive adult. Is that what you're saying, Camel? In which case, fair play. And yeah, that's yeah. Another saga I enjoyed from South Park would be the Imagination Land one.
Yeah.
I didn't see that either, but I've heard that it's excellent.
And just sing the Imagination song. Imagination Imagination. Just different variations of singing imagination over and over again. And that's how they transport across the sky to another dimension.
In a hot air balloon.
Right? With a fat man in a top hat. You can only spot Catholic porn because hard anal is God's given contraceptive. Oh gosh. I don't understand that one, so I skip it. Work my way through it. Oh gosh, yes. Yes, that's always a classic line. You're not gonna rape us, are you? No! What's wrong with you children?
I actually did go to a Catholic school, and I was not molested. So yeah, some of them don't do it. I guess.
Yeah, I think it was. I was watching. There's a Sean Rouse. He's a stand-up.
Okay.
And he goes. He goes. Yeah, I went to a Catholic school, and you know, he's gonna say it doesn't follow the stereotype. It didn't it didn't happen. No matter what I told them.
I remember the priest's name was Terry Bull, and I thought that was hilarious. Like that is a joke name.
Yeah.
Terry Bull. And that was his name. He was Father Terry Bull.
And he was a terrible father. Yes, another good moment from the Imagination Land saga. We saw the leprechauns who sucked my balls, Cal.
And yeah, the whole thing is just
Eric
balls
trying
are
to
dry.
get Kyle to legally uphold the agreement of sucking his balls. Oh. I've been marinating for you, Kyle. Just swimming around in my juices this whole time. Just for you. Extra salty.
I remember there was one episode where Cartman was trying to change the outcome of the Civil War to reinstate slavery.
Oh my god. That sounds exactly like something Cartman would do.
And
He gets carried away with the Civil War reenactment.
Oh, yeah. That also sounds about right. What did he get, like Ulysses S. Grant or something like that?
No, he dressed up as Grant. And or no, he dressed up as Robert E. Lee.
Oh.
And got everyone drunk and convinced them that they were still in the war.
And, yeah, the ending was that because Cartman lost the war and couldn't reinstate slavery, the penalty for losing was that he would have to be Stan and Kyle's slave. But because he lost the war, slavery remains abolished, so they can't claim their prize.
That's so fucking cheap. Oh, the classic. Then Kyle is killed by Man-Bird Pig and Cartman revives him. Yes, because Kyle hasn't upheld the deal yet. Exactly. He was dressed up like Robert E. Lee. Yes, nice. I'll have to... You know what? I'll have to add that to the list of stuff to go back and look through. Certain parts of... certain sagas for sure, but probably not the entire series of South Park.
Probably not.
I'm not that invested in it.
I mean, it's been going for a hell of a long time.
Well, I've got like 20 odd seasons probably.
Yeah, something like that.
Like I'm sure they're probably like just probably like 10 to 15 shy of Simpsons or something. Super Seducer cereal. Oh, combine or Super seducer breakfast cereal. That would be fun.
Mm.
Richard, I got an idea for you. Don't forget to claim the free prize in the box.
Okay, so
This tastes like my food.
Oh God, no!
Wikipedia has up to series 23 of South Park, which was 2019. So they're probably up to like 25 now.
Oh, they still going? Damn.
Yeah.
I thought they
Haven't heard
actually
of them
stopped.
stopping.
Maybe I misheard or it was not long lasted. I think they're on season 26 or 27, says Camel. Wow. Good
Yeah,
for them.
sounds
Good
about
for
right.
them.
Yeah, it's been on since '97. Sounds about right. I would have been about that age when it started.
Yeah. I mean, nothing is uncancelable. To be fair, that's like saying no, someone's irreplaceable. No one is irreplaceable. They're just very good at maintaining themselves.
I think what they mean is cancel in the SJW sense, where people complain about not being appropriately sensitive to modern tastes.
I stand by my statement.
Yeah, but I when South Park does something offensive, it's like, well, yeah, it's South Park. Whereas if someone not South Park does the exact same thing, there's like cries to get them blacklisted from society. Is the
True.
point that's being made.
True, true. And maybe it's just my ignorance, but I just think that maybe South Park's had it where maybe they've been lucky that that's just the thing they got, or maybe it's just because they've been able to play it that way since day one, they were get that way. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think the whole thing is they started before society got to this point, and so they've got like a legacy to fall back on. Like, yeah, we've done this since the late '90s. We're not doing anything different. Whereas if someone started a new show trying to do something as offensive as South Park, the SJWs would be like, no, you need to support the gay people and the women's and the transgenders.
Right.
And yeah, they're talking about the Simpsons caving by getting rid of what is it, Hank Azaria playing Apu.
Oh God. Thank you. Come again.
Yeah. I mean,
Jesus
every
Christ.
character on The Simpsons is a stereotype, but that one stereotype is apparently not allowed.
Look, some stereotypes are okay, but not all stereotypes are okay. Well, actually, you know what? All stereotypes are bad, but some stereotypes are more bad than others. Let's go. Let's go full Animal Farm on this.
But Keeg is saying South Park predicted people identifying as other genders and species back in 2005. Monty Python predicted that in the 70s.
I was gonna say it's not that new.
Yeah.
Monty Python in The Life of Brian, there's Stan who wants to be called Loretta, and even though he doesn't have the physical capacity to have babies, he wants the right to have babies. So this was in the 70s, or maybe early 80s. I think it was late 70s. So yeah, it's longer than I've been alive that they predicted it.
Yeah, and other races. Other races has been done too. It actually goes back into acting where people would identify as another race to play the role or to perform the show. And it goes back to that even. Like it's not exactly as new as we might think it is.
It's only become mainstream recently, but yeah, it's been around for a long time.
Oh yeah. For some reason, it's just been getting a lot more popularity lately than it has in the past. I think people have run out of things to be upset about. Is the thing, and that is real life, Keeve. That is real life. It counts.
I wonder if he stepped down for being Officer Lou.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even know that he quit doing Dr. Hibbert, but I can if he stepped down from Dr. Hibbert, why wouldn't he step down from Lou?
Dr. Hibbert is a great voice, man. You cannot replace that voice. It's been how many fucking years?
What, 30?
Exactly. Piss off, you fucking ignorant cunts who just want to be angry for the sake of being angry and offended. Fucking get a life. This has been going on since the 70s, so we're finally seeing the effects of our grandparents doing all that acid.
Yeah, there you go.
In the film Big Bus, there is a section called Woman Talk with a signing character in the bottom that basically makes masturbation signs as they go off on a anti-men speak. Nice. Oh gosh. An actual dog should... I mean, aren't all men dogs?
No, men are pigs. I believe men are pigs.
Oh, see, I've been told dogs since I was a kid. I must be a Canadian thing.
Ah. Speaking of Family Guy, didn't the guy who voices Cleveland quit because he's white? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't know. I know he stopped and went and did the Cleveland show and made a lot fewer appearances on Family Guy. I don't know how long that lasted or if it stayed, but if it stayed that way after the show. But yeah, I know there was a time where the voice for Cleveland wasn't needed on Family Guy as much for whatever.
I kind of just assumed that Seth MacFarlane did like 70% of the voices.
Yeah, him and Alex are like...
Both things.
Yeah, him and Alex are like 86% of the voices is what I would imagine.
Yeah.
The new voice is Kevin Michael Richardson.
Okay. Is it Patrick Warburton who does the cripple guy, or am I just thinking everyone with a deep voice sounds like Patrick Warburton?
I
No, he
don't
does that.
That is
That's him.
Patrick?
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
His voice doesn't have a lot of range, so
No, I
No.
know, but
I
I could swear there's a guy who has a similar voice to him out there, is all I mean. But maybe I'm just
Probably.
mistaken. What?
No, there probably is someone with a similar voice, but when I think of that character, I think of Patrick Warburton's voice. It's just, I wasn't sure if I was just assuming everyone with that kind of voice is him.
probably quit it before he got fired for being the white guy who voices a black guy.
It's called acting. Fucking get a dictionary so I can hit you across the head with it, dumbasses.
But I do like Patrick Warburton.
Oh yeah.
Most of the things I've seen him in, he's been pretty good.
Oh yeah, man. He's been a voice since my childhood, man.
I think I first saw him on Seinfeld, but I probably heard him in other things without realizing it was him.
Well, I just stumbled across a YouTube clip a few days ago, actually. Apparently, there's like growing up, I would occasionally watch the Buzz Lightyear cartoon, and apparently, I didn't know this, but there was two voice actors, not just Tim Allen, but apparently Patrick Wahlberg did a voiceover for it too. I think it was the Disney version.
Cool.
And they were comparing the lines from the two voices, and I'm like, you know what? This just sounds like Patrick Warburton and everything he's in, which nothing wrong with that. But when you compare it to Tim Allen's voice doing it, it's like this just sounds more like it's supposed to.
I think there's nothing wrong with being only good at one type of character.
Right.
'Cause like there used to be dedicated character actors who were quite deliberately only doing that one role because that was the one thing they were good at.
Yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, hell, some of the greatest voices or some of the voices I find to be really amazing in their field are just one character voices, and that's nothing wrong with that. And I knew this was gonna get asked. Anyone seen the Lightyear trailer? That pissed me off. I'm not looking forward to it. They're ruining it. Fuck off. I knew they would as soon as I saw it, but I had to check it out, and god damn it.
I don't know what light year is, other than a distance of, like, I meant a unit of distance. But I will assume that
It's the
something
trailer
that
to a
means-
new movie from Pixar.
Oh, okay.
Buzz Lightyear at the beginning of like his career kind of thing looks like he's first becoming an astronaut, and I don't understand because they've already established Buzz Lightyear's storyline and past. Maybe it's like his father or grandfather kind of thing, and he just looks eerily similar to him, but I don't know. That's just, it looks a little ruined to me.
Yeah, I mean, I never felt strongly enough about Toy Story to care about watching the sequels, much less this remake that I'm only just hearing about.
Right.
Yeah, I hope it's good. I don't think it will be, just based on the fact that it's being released now.
Well, like the only thing I've got to go off of is when I like from the first movie, any information that was given in that, and then, like I said, when I was a kid, Disney did have animated cartoon series for Buzz Lightyear and Star Command, and that pretty much set up a whole storyline of what happened, how he like what kind of character Buzz Lightyear was, some of his backstory, his fight against like the Zurg Empire and stuff like that. So
Okay.
it's very very much like set in space a lot. So to see him start off on a planet and be what, or at least it looks like he's just starting off on a planet and starting his career and stuff like that. I'm very very skeptical and hesitant to expect anything hopeful from it.
Yeah, pretty much any movie that comes out like in 2021 or later, I'm just going to assume is terrible, just based on precedent.
And that's fair. And then Jen asks, I mean, is Tim Allen still playing as Buzz Lightyear? Now, that is actually what I was listening for the entire time I watched it, because that would have been a saving grace. But he only said like one word, and it was the last 3 seconds of the trailer, and it's not enough for me to tell based on that. So I don't know. I'm doubting it. Honestly, I'm highly fucking doubting it. It'd be nice if it was, but I'm doubting it.
Based on Tim Allen's politics, I don't think they're going to want him
Exactly.
in the movie.
Which is sad, but thus
It
is the
is,
world
but-
we live in.
Yeah. I do really like the fact that Tim Allen's real surname is Dick. And, like, in his book, he's telling about how, like, whenever he goes to restaurants, they're like, no, what's your real name?
Oh man, that'd be such a great moment.
And apparently his wife is like, no, it's true. He's a dick. Technically, I'm a dick. I married him.
Gotta love a wife with a sense of humor like that, right?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, I haven't read the book in a long, long time, but that was like the one story that stuck with me is like they go into the restaurant and yeah, this is a dick party of dicks for four.
oh man, yeah.
What I come back to?
Party of dicks for 4. Did you not
Tim
hear
Allen's
him?
book.
No, that's what I came back to.
Oh, well, then why'd you ask? You clearly knew the answer.
So to the brief recap, Tim Allen's real surname is Dick. So when he went to a restaurant, the reservation was in the name Dick, and yeah, the person was like, "Party Dick for 4." And then, like, because they were skeptical, Tim's wife had to explain, no, he really is a dick. and so am I. So are our kids.
I think by then I would
Godfrey.
have us. I would have my family as a sausage party.
And, yeah, Cannibalistic Wizard mentions Gilbert Gottfried voicing Buzz Lightyear. I mean, I'd be
I
happy to hear
would watch
Gilbert
the
Gottfried.
shit out of that.
Gilbert
It's-
Gottfried just has the best voice for anything that's not meant to be serious.
You know, there was a time where I had to go officiate a funeral. It was very sad.
It doesn't matter. Hearing him screech it in that voice is just awesome.
And it's funny because his like actual talking voice isn't much different.
No.
Oh yeah,
There's another great one character voice from my childhood there, Gilbert Godfrey right there.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking there's a lot of them, like, oh man, sadly I rarely know any of the names for them too, but like I'll hear the voices and I'll just start reminiscing about all the things I've heard the voices from as I'm listening to it or watching it.
Yeah, it's. I suppose when you're a kid, you don't really pay attention to the names of the actors or anything, so you don't have like the mental association of that voice with that name.
Right. Speaking of which, this one I should have looked up 10 years ago, but still haven't. The voice of Mandark from Dexter's Lab. That's a fucking iconic voice in my mind.
Okay.
Let me see. Eddie Deason.
I don't know him.
No, but like I'm pretty sure the first thing I remember watching as a child with his voice in it would be Rock-a-Doodle, if anyone knows that movie.
Wow, that is
I've
going
heard the
back.
name.
Sorry?
That's going back.
Yeah, the voice of Mandark plays like the bird who's always arguing with the mouse girl. Like, I don't expect anyone to remember this, but yeah, I remember that. He was a very what's the word? Claustrophobic kind. Like, he was very easily, he had claustrophobia, germophobia, all that jazz. And he was just like some bird, like a woodpecker. He was a woodpecker. That's what he was.
Okay. Emo Phillips doing Darth Vader. I really don't like Emo Phillips.
I don't know who that is off the top of my head. Let me.
I know him as a stand-up comedian, but I just don't think he's funny.
I mean, he looks funny.
That he does. That is probably the funniest thing about him.
But looks aren't everything.
Mm.
At least that's what I tell myself when no one laughs.
It's yeah. I don't know. He might be all right if he's out of character, but when he's doing stand-up, he's in character. Like, he's got a set persona that he adopts when he's doing stand-up, and I don't like that character.
That's fair.
That guy's gonna be Darth Vader.
I don't know if Fairy Kitten was joking or being serious. Like, he's talking about like inappropriate voices for characters or something.
Oh, I'd say, yeah, that would very much not be a thing.
Yeah, I just highlighted and searched with Google. I'm not seeing anything come up with Emo Phillips doing Darth Vader, so.
Probably for the best.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine.
I did like Gilbert Gottfried as, I forget the name of the character, but the bird from The Lion King.
He was in Aladdin.
Yeah, he did Yago,
Oh. That's it, yeah.
the parrot. I was gonna say,
Yeah,
he did
yeah,
not
yeah.
do like a Zuzu or whatever the fucking bird's name is.
No, I remembered the wrong movie. But yeah, the parrot. The parrot in Aladdin. I did like him in that.
Yago was an amazing character.
Oh, speaking of which, we need to cancel Matthew Broderick for
Why?
not
I'm
being
fine with that.
for not being an actual lion.
Oh yeah.
What?
Trans speciesism is disgusting. He shouldn't be allowed to take a role from a lionkin.
What am I missing here?
Rowan Atkinson was Zazu.
Yeah.
Oh
As
yes.
soon as you said it was Aladdin, not Lion King, I remembered it was Rowan Atkinson doing the bird in the
I could
in
hear
the
the
Lion King.
accent. I just couldn't put a name to it. But yeah.
But yeah, that's back when I actually watched Disney. I haven't watched Disney since like Hercules.
All right. So
Frank
Matthew
Welker
Broderick.
as Lion Roars.
What?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Frank Welker as Lion Roars.
Okay.
So anytime you heard a lion roar in that movie, that was Frank Welker.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And what does Matthew Broderick have to do with anything?
He was the voice of Simba, so by not being a real lion, he's appropriating feline culture.
I did not know that. Good for him. Well, to be fair, isn't he like also appropriating either cyborg or android culture because of Inspector Gadget?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Cyborg
That
looking for
and-
some reparations up in her.
That and being a zoophile for being married to Sarah Jessica Parker.
I didn't know he got married to her. That's pretty funny.
That explains things. Special appropriation.
It's yeah. I know I saw the Hercules movie. I don't think I saw anything after that from Disney.
Fair enough. I definitely had, but that's just growing
Well-
up at different times.
Yeah. We've got a bit of an age gap.
Yeah. Just a slight bit. Yeah, well.
And I remember, I don't know how old I was, but I remember I thought that Megara from the Hercules cartoon was fairly cute.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the only reason I remember Hercules. I remember nothing about it except there was a devil, and I think was that Danny DeVito doing the voice of the devil.
He did the voice of the satyr.
Pan, yeah.
The devil, Hades, was James Woods.
No, not Hades. Like this little red dude.
He was the half goat man.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a satyr.
Phil.
Phil.
Phil. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought of him as a devil, but
That's
yeah,
fair.
you're right.
Horns and the half goat legs. Yeah, I could see what it.
And yeah, I knew that Hades wasn't Danny DeVito.
God loved it. Lisa Kudrow as Aphrodite.
Okay.
That was that was the animated series, though. I don't think Aphrodite had a speaking role in the movie.
I don't know the actress's name, but whoever played Aphrodite in the Kevin Sorbo Hercules show was the best Aphrodite.
Yes.
Let me take a look. See.
Based off of a 30-year-old memory.
Yeah, that's what I'm going off as well. I don't remember like much except that she was hot.
Alexandra Tidings.
We're all looking this up.
Okay, yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, that's it.
I see a couple of big old reasons why she'd get such credit.
Precisely.
Definitely got some assets there.
Yeah, so that was like one of the best reasons to watch the Hercules show.
Gosh,
So I did actually I liked Hercules a lot more than Xena.
That's
Yes.
fair. I like that Bruce Campbell had roles in both.
Yeah. I like Bruce Campbell.
And he got
I
his own
like that.
spin-off too, which didn't last long, I think.
I like that Bruce Campbell is like self-aware enough to not take himself seriously.
Exactly. I like that Bruce Campbell is Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
That's all there is to him. He's just, you know what? I'm me. That's what I'm gonna be, and I'm gonna flaunt it.
I know his book mentioned his chin or something like if chins could talk. And I was like, okay. I mean, he knows like the jokes about him and like his most memorable feature. And like he's like self-aware. He knows what's going on.
Yeah, it's like when Burn Notice came out, and I saw that he was going to be the backup for the main character. I'm like, okay, this show has sold me.
Apparently, Fairy Kitten liked Lucy Lawless. I don't know. I always thought the actress that played was Gabrielle was cuter than Lucy Lawless.
Yeah, it's fair.
But I mean, I didn't like Xena. I think maybe it was just too girl oriented. Like,
It was targeted to the female audience.
yeah. I liked Hercules a lot more.
And I can understand that.
And I don't even know the actor's name, but Iolus, something like that. He's like cowardly sidekick. Is always funny.
That was
Okay,
Michael Hurst.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good show. The Hercules one.
Yeah, yeah.
And I do like Kevin Sorbo on Twitter. He's pretty entertaining.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eolus
I
is his
mean,
name.
that was bound to happen anyways. Like, we all knew that was coming.
Yeah.
That's it's like before. That's like going back full circle. Oh, did you just realize?
Oh yeah. I mean, I didn't watch enough to know that they had officially announced that they were lesbians, but the subtext was there from the start.
Exactly.
Yeah, there was a kid who was in my algebra class who would go off about, they're gay. I'm just like, and I could not give two shits less.
Yeah.
And Camel says, I can't remember the sidekick's name from Xena, but I know the stars of the porn parody. That's all that matters, bud.
I'm pretty sure her name is Gabrielle or Gabriella in the show. No idea what the actress's name was.
Look, names just get in the way.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Let's see if I can find Xena.
Renee O'Connor.
That's it.
Oh, that's awesome. I gotta pull that up. Let's see here. Just saw something funny on the Twitters.
Cool.
So you guys remember Jordan Peterson, right?
I've heard the name. Yeah.
Yeah, you.
I am familiar.
Oh, he just. Where is it? There it is. Just retweeted something rather funny, I find, and let me just get this on the screen here.
So what you're saying is we should all be lobsters.
Something like that, yeah.
That was such a stupid interview with that woman.
So what you're saying is,
Yeah, the lob father. That's awesome.
I'm gonna make an argument they can't refute. Oh, well played, Twitter. Yeah,
That is great.
good retweet, good retweet. And
Who could forget Red Skull?
right, oh my gosh.
It's yeah, the Kathy Newman, that was her name. The ramen noodle head that Monkey refers to her as.
Okay.
That everything Peterson said, she was like, so what you're saying is, and then she would say something completely different to what he just said. Mm, So what you're saying is we should all be lobsters? It's like, no.
I mean, yes. Let's do it. Let's all just convert to lobsterism.
Sure, why not?
Oh,
Oh?
the guy who played Ares died in 2002.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And
Oh.
I don't remember the.
He fell
I don't
from
remember like who played who in Hercules, except for obviously Kevin Sorbo.
Right.
So
Oh,
like some actor died. Okay.
he was doing stunt work on Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and he fell 6 stories.
Oh.
That'll do it.
Yeah,
That'll do it.
I mean, you think someone in a movie like that would have a tougher body? I mean, come on. Or land on their feet.
It's like, why are you going up 6 stories, man? Like,
6 stories, man. I don't even read one.
People in chat mentioned Claudia Black, and I know that name, but I don't know what she's from.
Stargate 1, I'm guessing, because
No, I didn't watch that though. So,
Campbell says loved Claudia Black in SG1. I think that means Stargate, so.
Yeah, but I didn't watch that, so I'm just like, I know I've heard the name before. I'm just trying to figure out where from.
Alright,
Mass Effect, that's it.
young Hercules. Oh, good
Queen
lord.
of the Dam, too. Well played. And Pitch Black. Okay.
Oh, she was in A Country Practice. I mean, I know you guys probably don't know that show, but that was like one of the soap operas that my mum used to watch when I was a kid. It's like, oh, she was in that.
Oh, okay. So, out Farscape 2, yeah, okay. Furry Kitten.
That's it. She's the voice of Morrigan in Dragon Age. That's why I know the name Claudia Black.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because I saw she was in Mass Effect and was like, well, I played that, but I don't remember that character. But, oh, Morrigan from Dragon Age. Yep. I know who that is now.
All right. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think I've run pretty dry on the topic scenario. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm fine to wrap up.
Yep.
All right. Well, in that case, starting with the black one, Johnny, you want to give us any parting thoughts?
I got nothing.
Your
Sorry.
poor wife. Terry, what you got?
$2 if I go to Melbourne.
The most costly redemption I've heard yet.
How much would it cost to mail that?
45 cents to mail it down to Melbourne. Maybe 50 cents. But it's like a good chunk of it would be spent mailing it.
I don't think he meant to Melbourne. I don't know why, but
Well, you can only claim it in Melbourne. Is the point?
yeah,
Like,
but he didn't know that.
I can mail it to you, Johnny, but you'd have to go to Melbourne to claim the $2.
Well, I think it would be a lot less cost efficient.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Well, guys, I want to thank you all for coming out. I want to thank Terry and Johnny for coming to hang out with me. Chat, I hope
No
you
worries.
guys enjoyed the evening. If you're looking for something else to watch, Monkey went live probably within the last 10-15 minutes. I didn't keep track, but I seen it pop up at some point. Go over and harass his ass. I don't know why, but might as well just do it for the sake of it. Join us tomorrow night when Quiz is hosting, as per usual, with the paint stream. And as always with Mondays, keep an eye out on the Discord. If you're not a part of the Discord, please go down to the description and get yourself signed up there so you can know when he's gonna go live. Because, like every week, it's a lottery. Keeping the theme with the scratchers, it's a lottery when he's gonna go live. It could be early, it could be late, it could even be on time, and that's just like the jackpot, man. But yeah, he'll tend to let you know when he's gonna go live, so keep an eye out if you want to watch that. And I will see you guys over here next week as per usual. But until then, thanks again for coming out. And remember, if women don't find you handsome, try plastic surgery. Have a good night, y'all, and the zoo is closed.
Bye, guys.
Good night.